difference between warehouse warrant and warehouse receipt only we are going to see. First one, if you see, a warrant is a title of goods. That is, it tells us the information that this person is the owner of the goods. So if you show that warehouse warrant itself, it means that that particular person stated in that document is the owner. No other document you need to show that you are the owner of the goods. If you take a warehouse receipt, it is not a title of goods. So for example, in a warehouse receipt, if your name is written, it doesn't mean that you are the owner of the goods. In the warehouse warrant, whomsoever name is written, they are the owner of the goods. Secondly, if you see, this warrant is not only an acknowledgement for receipt of goods, because you're going and storing your goods in the warehouse. So immediately they will give you a warehouse warrant. That means they're agreeing. So it's an acknowledgement given by the warehouse keeper. Apart from it, it is also giving the authority to take delivery of the goods by the owner or by third party. So you can easily just endorse it to a third party and you can ask him to take the delivery of the entire goods. If you take a warehouse receipt, it is only an acknowledgement given by the warehouse keeper. Okay, if you have to take a delivery, then you need a warehouse warrant or a delivery order accompanied with it if it is part delivery which you're going to do. You need these two documents to take delivery, whereas with the warehouse receipt, you will not be able to take any delivery of the product. Next, if you see, it can be negotiated or transferred to others. That is, you can give this warehouse warrant to another third party and you can transfer it to him, stating that he can take delivery of the goods and henceforth he will be the owner. The title of ownership can be transferred easily. But here you cannot transfer this warehouse receipt. It's just an receipt, an acknowledgement given that the warehouse keeper has accepted to keep your goods. So you cannot transfer this. This is just an acknowledgement which you must take and keep it for future proof if you need it. Fourth point, if you see, it can be given as collateral security. So previously also we saw in the functions of warehouse, the fourth point, we can take business finance. We can get finance from the amount of goods we have stored by using or giving these documents. And in the drawbacks also we saw it is a little bit of a complicated procedure and delay is there in getting the finance. So two places we saw that finance can be raised by the amount of goods you have kept in the warehouse, provided you show the documents. So these documents act as a base or a collateral security, they'll say. If anything happens, you're not able to repay, what they'll do is they'll use this document only as a base for that particular financial help they provide you. And they will get their money back. Okay, that is the financial institutions will get the money back. So this warehouse warrant actually acts as a collateral security for getting the loans on the amount of goods in the warehouse. But warehouse receipt, you cannot use it as any collateral security. If you take a warehouse receipt and stand in the bank for a loan, they'll just chase you back where you're home, right? Next is delivery of goods effected by surrendering this warrant with endorsement. So if you surrender, that is give this warrant with an endorsement, that is you are going to give it to another person, then you can't take the delivery of the goods. So once you endorse it, the other person, the third party or the person who you wanted to take delivery of it can take the delivery of the goods. This warehouse receipt, if you see, delivery is effected by surrendering this receipt with the letter from the depositor, that is the owner of the goods, the depositor who has kept the goods in the storage or in the warehouse. If he writes a letter down and along with it a warehouse receipt is there, then the delivery can be endorsed to another person. Whereas in warehouse warrant, once you endorse it, that's all. You are not the owner of the goods. The other person can take delivery and he or she will be the owner of the goods. So these are small 5 points which you have for the difference between warehouse warrant and warehouse receipt.